Hi, everybody. My name is Angela Godwin. Welcome to the Water Online Show. I'm coming to you today from AWWA's ACE Convention in Denver, Colorado. Joining me, my guest is Beth Powell. She is president of Fluid Conservation Systems. Beth, thank you for joining me today. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I want to catch up with you, get your thoughts on some of the trends, some of the challenges you think are emerging as top ones in our industry today.
So we probably have two major ones. The first is we have very old infrastructure, a lot, especially in the Northeast. A lot of our piping system's about 150 years old. It has an active life of 50 years. And so a lot of the cast iron, a lot of the ductile, we have what's called spring breaks. And so that every time the ground, freezes in the winter, we'll have a bunch of, or a rash of leaks in November. And then again in March when everything settles back down. So that's what happens in the Northeast. And of course, in the West, we're dealing a little more with a drought condition and type of thing. So there's water scarcity, and then there's a lot of breaks with the old infrastructure. The other thing that we're finding is there's a crossroads with the technology with improving that infrastructure.
So, Beth, let me ask you, when we're thinking about technology advancements in the water industry, is there anything that's standing out to you as particularly exciting, impactful?
Yeah, so what our products are able to do now is instead of the utility having to go around and do a leak survey where they're listening to every hydrant, every valve through their system, and it can take a long time to go through that, we can listen to their whole system at night. They come in the morning. Not only do they know the sections of the pipe that burst that night, we can actually tell them exactly where to park the truck to get out to find the leak.
Wow.
So that's very exciting. We're doing more and more of their monitoring. So we can actually even collapse that into a weekly report for them.
That's amazing. I mean, especially where, water loss, there are so many impacts to that, like not just, obviously the aging infrastructure, but, you're losing this product that you've spent money to clean. So.
And the U.S. loses 7 billion gallons a day. That's enough to supply New York City. We have some districts that are losing, the normal is about 20 to 24%, but there are some districts that are losing 80% of the water they're withdrawing.
It's crazy to think that's happening, but wonderful to know that there is technology out there. We're getting a handle on that.
Yes.
So that's fantastic. So what about from a regulatory aspect? Are there any regulations that you're seeing that are coming up or maybe are hanging out there in the future that could really, we want to keep an eye on?
So there's the water study and the M36 water audit, but it's mostly just suggested guidelines. There is some talk that it would be codified a little bit more, but it would be nice if the U.S. would follow like Europe and the other parts of the world where there is a mandated, non-revenue water loss goal, which we don't have in the U.S. There is suggested, that you would try to keep it in 20 to 24% range, but we have districts that are way, way worse than that.
So where is that in its life cycle? Is that pending? Is it?
It's been talked about for a couple generations. It's getting a little more traction, especially more out west where they're having a little more water scarcity issue, because you don't want to lose water that you've pumped out of the ground or taken from the reservoir, treated, send it to somebody, and then it just never makes it
right.
Yeah.
So Beth, if we're looking at, let's say, a year from now, ACE 26, what are you hoping we're going to see at that point? What sort of momentum maybe is going to carry us to at this point next year?
So our equipment and our sensors are getting smarter. We're using the AI and the machine learning. So it will automatically go through and say leak, no leak. Oh, electrical. Oh, no, actually it is a leak. You need to get out there. So we're building that database and that history, and that's going into the weekly reports as well too, but it's automating the whole system. So they're not going out and sending, a crew out to something that's not a leak, nor are they digging up pavement or, shutting down traffic. We're being smarter and smarter with our resources, both the equipment, the people, and the time.
Really honing in on that strategy, right? Which is great. It's fun to see AI playing a role.
Yes, and it really resonates with the younger generation. So hopefully it'll bring in, the next group of the professionals.
That'd be an awesome side benefit, right? Fantastic.
Yes.
Beth, thank you so much for joining us. Our viewers may want to learn a little bit more about FCS or some of the initiatives and things you have going on. Where would you send them?
So you can go to our website, which is fluidconservation.com. So you can also find us on LinkedIn, and we have social.
Perfect. Excellent. So again, thank you so much for joining us. We wish you all the best of luck, and we will hope to catch up with you next year.
All right, great. Thank you very much.
Beth. And thanks to all of you for tuning in. This has been Water Online Show. My name is Angela Godwin.